Hello, my name is Suckit, and we are playing TNP Limitless 7. And behind us, no, it doesn't look too bad from here, stands the wreckage of the house we stole. You'll get a better look at the damage from the inside. It's bad, folks. It's bad. So last time we went to the Nether. And when we came back from the Nether twice. Once on fire. And that may have something to do with what happened here. And then another time, much later, we came home to this, right? Oh! It's hard to jump around in here. It's like a parkour maze. But, we've got a decision to make here, folks. Maybe I can't... Maybe I'm just too salty to make that jump right now. We got a decision to make. We're not staying here. Even if I did clean all this up and rebuild everything, like, we're not doing that. So we're gonna have to come up with someplace else to live. And we could always steal another house. Ha, made it. But I'm kind of at a point where I'm seeing the wisdom of the phrase, if you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. It doesn't look like we actually lost anything except the house. Even the cake is alright. So, good news, everyone. Okay, so it's the next day for me. I forget if I showed this place. This is not too far from where we were set up, right over here. We're just on the other side of this lake. And... oh, pond there. There's not much to this place. It's just like little 5x5 rooms. But, you know, it's certainly better than what we have now. So, let's see. Do we have any wood or crafting table, anything like that? No, of course not. Why would we? We're going to make ourselves a crafting table, because I want to light this thing up. And to do that, we're going to use some of what we managed to get out of the Nether with. We're going to make ourselves a feral flare lantern. Now this thing will place invisible lights in like a 16 by 16 by 16 radius. So it's kind of a big deal. We're going to pop it just right up here. And what we're going to do, I'm going to dig out a basement. I'm going to move our stuff. And this is going to be kind of the staging area for what we're actually going to build. I'm going to build us a real base. We're not staying in here. Alright, so we got more or less everything moved over here, except for the kitchen. That includes our iron farm over here. And I want to take a look at a super sound muffler here. Let's see. We could turn the sounds themselves off. But I feel like Easy Villagers will... it doesn't seem to have that setting yet in the config. It should have it eventually where we cannot listen to this. The next step is we need to... it's awfully woody out here. I don't even really have much of a sense of the terrain. There's so many trees. But we need to move our farm over here. And we also gotta kind of figure out what we're gonna do with this skeleton spawner. I think we're just gonna take it with us. Because it's like inconvenient right now to have a skeleton spawner out here that could go off any second. So I'm gonna clear off some trees and start thinking about moving the farm. Oh, and before I forget, awesome, we got Buddy. I think we're going to name the goat. Where's our stuff here? Corbin the Rotten. That's a terrible name. It came from I didn't show it. Like, that one boss that we ran from before, he showed up. We had to fight him through the window. It was bad news. But we are going to name our little friend Alice. Hello, Alice. Oh, you're wonderful. Now, one thing our trip to the Nether did give us is a little bit of blaze powder, which also gave us a couple of potions of weakness once we used them in one of the brewing stands. I think we stole from this room right here. Now, what I want to do, I want to take our iron guys out. You're our iron guy, right? And running them through here is just like, you know, making them into zombie villagers and curing them in the world. It just does it all in the little box for you. While they're cooking up, I have reached the limit in the block here. We got 2,048 dirt. That's as much as it will hold unupgraded. Now, there's several upgrades that we can make. We're going to make the gold... Watch it, Alice. We're going to make the gold one right away. It does require the copper one. And all that will cost us is a drawer, which we might have to make. And we'll need some chests. Alice, feisty gal. Alright. We need just 2 blocks and 4 copper ingots, and then 3 and 3 blocks and ingots with gold to make the gold upgrade. The diamond, we don't really have that kind of diamond lying around. And do note, you can upgrade directly to any of these. There's no need to put a copper in and then put a gold in, and so on. Now we can see this will multiply the block item storage by 16, so, you know, now it'll hold... Alice. Now it'll hold 32,000. And, that's a good amount of dirt. Okay, so one guy's done. And just to demonstrate... Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we were looking for. And that, I feel like that might not be the toolsmiths. Actually, it probably is, isn't it? But now we're definitely not going to run a shortage of emeralds. We got the iron farm downstairs. In good shape to get some more enchantments. I guess you lose your bottles. Oh. Now, before I even move the food from our original farm over... Alice. Before I move that food, I want to make some Infusion seeds. Oh, is it like this? Okay, okay. That's alright, that'll give us half a stack. We're gonna have a whole 9x9 of this stuff. And we're treating the farmland with the Infusion essence, which is the tier 1 essence. These are tier 1 seeds. What converting the farmland does is it gives you a better chance, or in some packs, any chance at all, of getting more seeds when you harvest. Now we need a few diamonds. I don't feel like digging for them, but we got one of these dungeons right up on the base. I was down in a cave below the base and I could hear the dungeon racket. Where did that... Is there a trident guy in there? Oh! Is there axes? Crying out loud. Anyway... So yeah, I was gonna clean out one of these places. Alright, we're back. It was quite a haul. Now, I'm out here by the farm. I swear something's up. I'm getting seeds, like, every harvest, which is kind of amazing. Now, we are gonna need a little bit of wool. We do need to set up some kind of, like, at least a little temporary sheep hole. These aura blooms tell me that the aura from Nature's Aura, the power of the mod, is naturally strong right around here. If we can get some sheep in a pit right here, we can start farming spirits of birthing. That time I got 2 seeds. That's amazing. Now we also, one point or another, completed a whole bunch of quests. So, okay. Alright, our first netherite. Not complaining about that. What else? Oh, we got some onions! I have not found any of the Farmer's Delight food except for rice. I'm pretty sure we can use the Croptopia stuff, but, onions. Now we also got a bunch of loot bundles. And enough scraps to make another one. And there's some more Hey, Alice! What else do we have? Okay, we got slime helmet. We got, lattice pick. Fancy, fancy. Tentacles. Delightful. Got 2 down here. Now these will eventually be used, the altar of birthing, to summon various things. That'll complete us a quest. So to get further into mystical agriculture, we're going to need ourselves some red wool, some gold, and some stone. We're going to make ourselves an infusion altar and 8 of these pedestals. Looks like that's a couple of quests, so that's nice. We're also... I'll need 1 button. I always forget how much room this takes up. We're gonna set it up right here. And okay, yeah, that's fine. And then we'll have the pedestals here where the ghost images are. I'm gonna put the floor down. Alright. Last thing we're gonna need is a button. Now we're gonna use this thing to make more seeds. Fancy seeds. All these kinds of seeds. The ones we're gonna start with anyway, I'll start with a prosperity seed base, which is wheat seeds and some of these prosperity shards we've been mining. We may need more of those. But we're also, once we get past this, well, it looks like we get the elemental, some ice, deep slate, wood. Okay. So we're starting with Infurium, which we have. And we're getting more of all the time. Like, this is just bonkers. We'll be able to reprocess these seeds into more essence. And it's amazing we're getting so many of them. So what we want to do is craft up the prosperity seed base. We're going to make a good amount of them. Then we can just start over here with the seeds. Now some of them, quite a few of them actually, are the early ones, are going to take this this weird agglomeratio. In this case, they're all gravel, clay ball, and dirt, the elemental ones. And then they have, there's a difference. In this case, it's a glass bottle to represent emptiness, air, what have you. So let me get all the materials together. Okay, we can make 4 of this stuff. There we go. And 4 Infurium in this case. And this part here is always the same. You get your seed base, you get whatever tier of essence into the cardinal directions, you get the other thing, in this case air agglomeratio, into the diagonals. You give this thing a redstone signal, and assuming you got the recipe right, you will get your seeds. We have air seeds. And, we have even more Infurium seeds. Now, I don't actually know with the elemental crops if doing tier 1 is even necessary. You can see the difference, tier 1, tier elemental. It isn't, probably. I'm gonna do it anyway. Now there's 3 more, I should say, elemental seeds. They all use some version of this. And then beyond that, they work the same way. We've got stone, dirt, wood. It goes on a little bit. Now I'm gonna make what we can. Okay, it's the next morning for me, and it's the second attempt at this explanatory video. I am still down to one monitor over here, and it's causing me recording problems. Like, not being able to see if things are working, that's a huge problem for me. It's unfortunately going to be a while before I'm able to fix it, too, because reasons. Oh my gosh. These guys I can't stand. They have great stuff, but they are really just popping up everywhere right in my face. Now, between recording success and recording failure, I made an infusion setup out here for mystical agriculture. These are the normal recipes. You make all the pedestals and the altar itself with red wool, gold, and stone. Pedestals are just 2 less stone, and you need something here to give this thing a redstone signal. I have used this to make the tier 1 seeds. We are about to make some tier 2 seeds, just in case you've never seen the mechanic before. I bet you probably have. To do that, though, we need tier 2 essence, which I made. We have tiered crystals in the pack. These are what you use to make the next tier essence, and you need another crystal to make each tier until you get up to the master tier, which doesn't have a durability. That's a ways off for us. Whoops. I was trying to show the recipe for the gemstone. The Inferium gemstone, you just need 2 Inferium and a Prosperity gemstone. The Prosperity gemstones aren't so bad, although we are going to need more Prosperity shards very soon. See, I've already got another one of these guys here. Like, I didn't think 2 of them were supposed to be this close together. This guy just appeared down here on the stone. Hello, Alice. Another thing I made between recording fails is this crushing macerator. It's pretty easy to make. Flint block is just flint, but I did want to point out that you need compressed cobblestone for this, and the cyclic compressed cobblestone, this recipe is still active. This doesn't do anything. You need to use polymorph to get the TNP compressed cobblestone, which is actually what you do stuff with. Now, we can't even convert this stuff back into cobblestone. It's probably supposed to be a removed recipe, and it's just an oversight. So, these things are going to happen. This pack is still an alpha, and it's huge. But the reason we made this is, first of all, so we could grind up some packed ice into regular ice. But also, we can grind up netherrack into blaze rods. And that's really good because I do not want to go back to the nether after everything that's happened until we have access to flight. So let's see. To make the stuff, we want nether seeds. We want nether seeds really badly, actually. It's just, these things, we're gonna need 4 of them. And then these recipes generally rhyme, the seed recipes, with each other. It's always the relevant essence in the pedestals in the cardinal directions, and then your material, in this case nether. And then for most seeds, we need this prosperity seed base. This is not hard to make, it's just prosperity shards and some wheat seeds. There are other seeds, at least one more, the soul seed base, which we'll use to make mob crops eventually. Right on the farm. Press the button, you get your seed. Now, I think I mentioned, I forgot, I've recorded this so many times, I forget if I've said it or not. We're generally getting 1 to 2 seeds from every harvest of the Inferium, which is amazing. So I did treat all of these farm squares with Inferium, even though it's probably not necessary for the elemental crops. But since this is a tier 2 crop, we want to have tier 2 farmland, right? So we'll stick that in there, and it'll grow. Now let's see if we're also getting, like, seeds every time. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be drowning in Wrong button. In seeds, we're going to want to do something about that. Now what we're going to want is a seed reprocessor. It's also for mystical agriculture. It starts out not too bad. We're just going to need one of the mystical agriculture machine frames. Where's our stone? There's our stone. Oh, let's see. Like so, right? Now, the odd things are the soulium ingots. We're going to need prosperity ingots. Which, oh, that's a quest. Nice. Now, we're really going to need some more prosperity shards soon. We're running out. But these aren't hard to make. If you have the shards. Just iron, 4 shards. There you go. And to turn them into soulium ingots, we'll need soulium dust, which we get from, which we might have. Where would I have put that? Alright, we're going back to the nether. We don't have any. So, oh, I took down the portal. Okay. Well, we gotta go back to the nether, but at least we don't have to do it from our old burned out basement. Probably just gonna set this up outside. Yeah, we'll put it out here. We're gonna need a building for, like, everything eventually, and I have at least an idea of what form that's gonna take. We'll put this out after we go through. Alright, hopefully this won't be as bananas as the last time. We do have fire resistance, I think. I think we have fire resistance. We're gonna have to look. Okay, it looks like we're not, like, right on the edge of something. Now, do I have a fire resistance ring? Yes, I do. Okay, very good. What we need to find is, fortunately, right here. It's this soulium ore. And I think you get it, like with dust mechanics, like, works the same way that redstone dust does, I think. Gotta say, we're not getting a whole ton of it. But there's ways to improve the yields, and we don't need that much right this second. This thing makes me nervous. Everything here makes me nervous now. We could probably kill the, Okay, let's see. We're gonna want a waypoint for our portal here. I don't know what happened to that, if we even made one. Maybe we didn't. But let's get out of here. This place is dangerous. Okay, so let's see here. We got we got our soulium ingots. I need a little bit of iron, a couple iron hoods. And there we go. 1 seed reprocessor. We're gonna put it right here, I think. One more over. Now you can power these with coal. Or like other burnables, but that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna use, I love Alice. We're gonna use, just forge energy. Because it's better. Now we are gonna need a little more coal in our, maybe just in our lives here. So, what you basically do with this thing, right? Let's say we have a bunch of seeds lying around. You can throw them in here, and for a little bit of energy in our case, you can get 2 essence. It's not the fastest thing in the world. You can pipe in and out of it. You can also upgrade it. And that's the first thing that we want to think about doing. We're going to want to make an upgrade. Okay, we don't have enough prosperity shards for that. So I'm going to have to go mining, but before I do, I want to make ourselves a drawer controller. Because I also want to upgrade the tank. I need a bunch of emeralds. So here we go. A storage controller is what they're called. So we're going to need 2 drawers, which I think we might have. Okay, we'll take that one and that one so that we can have a little bit more space here. Do we have redstone torches in here? Yes, I do. We're also going to need a comparator. That shouldn't be too bad. We're going to need 2 blocks of iron, I think it looked like. So let's see here. Here's our comparator. Oh, we're gonna need 4 stone. Here we go. Nice pretty music playing. Oh, it's blocks of quartz. Okay, well I'm not complaining about that. We got plenty of quartz from those dungeons we've been raiding. Here we go. Now just throwing it down here is not enough, and it actually doesn't have to be physically connected to the drawers. We're going to need a linking tool. We might have gotten one. Oh, we got a configuration tool. Thought we might have gotten one as a quest reward. Well, we're just going to have to go ahead and craft it. It's not that bad. It's just another drawer, some basic materials. I'll just craft this up. And what you do, I think you just right-click a controller, and now the controller is configured to the tool. And we can just right-click all the drawers that we would like to have attached to the controller. And this thing has a pretty good range. We are not taking advantage of its full capabilities down in this tiny little basement. And now we're going to use our configuration tool here. I want to lock all these drawers so that nothing goes in them if we're piping in that doesn't already have a drawer assigned to it. Also, we can take everything out and the drawer will remember what we had it set to. So now we could, for instance, we could take all these raw earth shards, just right click with them on the controller, they go right into the drawer. Yeah, I thought I was gonna go mining. We're somewhere doing something. Mobs everywhere. Our armor's doing a great job. Well, we're not really finding any prosperity shards down here. However, there is a geode. I ought to just explore down here a little bit, do a little mining. I found an actual normal skeleton dungeon. Come on, you. Oh, we got more already? Yeah, that's right. Collect myself up a couple arrows here. Not so bad. Alright. See what they have for us. Oh, that's pretty cool. Twin blade. Okay. I've always thought those things are so silly. Just go ahead and cut your face off. I'm taking that. I never figured those out. We'll have to take a look at those. What I'm basically doing here, and watch this pick go, it's incredible. Isn't that amazing? Put efficiency on it, and now it's just like, But I'm just gonna get down here one way or another. We're gonna put a waystone down and call that the mine. Okay, we got some shards. I got a little setup over there to help us automate this. Now we make the upgrade base just like so, right? And then if we want to upgrade it to something that'll actually do something, we're going to need 4 more prosperity ingots, from which we can make 4 inferium ingots. And then we can go ahead and make, yes, hello Alice. We can go ahead and make the upgrade. Now, stick this right in here. We got higher energy buffer and it's moving visibly faster. We're going to upgrade this many times, but this is the one we can do right this second. So for now, and this is all very manual for the time being, I want to automate this sooner rather than later. We can just throw our excess seeds in here and get the essence out from here. Now sometimes when you harvest, like we just did, you'll get a little bit of this fertilized essence. You can make fancy fertilizer with that. And now I've thought better of my plan of just filling this chest with it. We're gonna pipe into the motorcycle. That's nice and loud. Thank you very much, Mr. Motorcycle Man. We have some item pipes in here somewhere. We have got to get a refined storage system going. We're just gonna run these. Whoop, that's not where I want it. Magnet shovel, go. Okay, we're just gonna run these under the ground here, and we're gonna get rid of this thing. There we go. Cover all this up. Okay, and now as the various seeds get processed, they'll get piped right into drawers, and we can add drawers and so on. It's a little better than doing it by hand, that's for sure. Now, one thing we're gonna end up needing an awful lot of as we progress is silicon. I'm just making the seeds right now, but we're just you cook up your. Yeah, this will be fine. This is the Ender IO silicon. We should be able to make the seeds from that. Now, unfortunately, there's not very much we can do yet with the Tier 2 seeds. Some of them for Ender IO, which we haven't gotten into, and some of them are for, just mods that we don't have yet. And a bunch of them are soul crops. We're going to get into that in the next episode. But for now, I want to take a look at least a couple of Tier 3 crystals. We are going to need a Prudentium Inferium crystal, which means that we're going to need a fully charged up. Can we enchant these? Yes, we can. Okay. I didn't know that. Anyway, let's get ourselves some Inferium. We're going to have to put mending on these crystals, or we'll be crafting this little one over and over again, because this is the only way to get the Tier 2 essence until we get up to the Master. And, they all have durability, and it's a lot of crafting up of these things, and we do have kind of a pinch point with prosperity shards, at least for now. Okay, so it looks like it could use a crystal that has durability taken, so the NBT data doesn't matter here. That's good to know. Like, we couldn't use this crystal now, though, for instance, to make the Prudentium essence. Oh, and you keep it? Okay. But we can use this to make Prudentium, and then, in turn, use this to make Tertium, the third tier. Now, the first Tier 3 seed here I want to make is Nether Quartz. We use Nether Quartz for quite a bit in this pack. Alright. And it works, just the same way as all the other ones. There are some special cases on the high end, but basically you want the tier of farmland to match the tier of seed, and that will increase your seed yield. Not that ours is at all bad in this right now. And I think that's gonna about do it for this time, folks. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.